Today's June the 7th, and this day marks 16 consecutive days in New Zealand with no new COVID-19 cases.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. And by the time this video comes out, we will actually know whether or not we would have moved to level 1, and I got a little sneaky feeling that we probably will.
I'd say we probably have, but that's awesome because these last couple of levels have meant that we can actually start planning and doing some travels and sharing more adventures, which is the thing that we have just been like craving. But we want to update you on some of those travels today, what we've got planned, but also just be really open and honest about
the journey it took to get there.
The journey and the struggle of trying to get to that point. Often videos that are uploaded to YouTube aren't necessarily all that transparent in a way, because the viewer, you guys kind of get to see the amazing experience or
the end result.
The end result, this almost perfection, this glossy finish, and we can sometimes arrive in a country and we'll be all like, welcome to Turkey.
Welcome.
So we're in Istanbul. We actually arrived a couple of days ago because we came direct from Korea to here.
But the reality of what it takes to get to that point often looks like this.
We're just sitting here, umming and ahhing and researching and re-researching and changing dates and thinking about other plans.
We're so happy that we're in New Zealand, and we were pretty fortunate to be in this part of the world when all of this went down. We thought about our next moves, and we didn't feel like launching into a travel video straight off the back of what's been happening. It just didn't feel right.
So we want to give you a little bit of an update on those travels, and this video is going to be in two parts. The first is just being honest and showing some of the a moment that we filmed a month ago when we were kind of struggling to figure out what would be next.
Yeah, we just felt a bit unmotivated, didn't we?
Yeah, and just there's so much uncertainty, and we're kind of just hoping that something we learned from lockdown was that those videos, those vlogs in isolation where we were doing mundane stuff and keeping ourselves busy, and that's probably what you've been doing as well, and something that really came through in the comments and the messages that we got were that how relatable and how real and how honest it is. So rather than just go straight into announcement, guess what we're doing, we're going to have so much fun, we kind of thought let's still do that because we're excited, but
let's also share the bit that came before that, which is not so easy, not so motivational. Yeah, not kind of
sitting there, not sure what to do about life situations.
So for some context, we filmed this little snippet about a month ago. It was level 3 lockdown. We were living with my parents at their house, which we're very grateful for. Eventually we did get to spend some time with your family as well, once it was safe and we were allowed to.
How many have we got in there? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize there was that many.
And it was a time that we were feeling really
lost.
We really were craving either adventure or a kind of an independent base for us,
our nest. A home somewhere that was ours.
We just knew that when we were allowed to, we needed to make some kind of change. Yeah. We just weren't entirely sure whether that was us booking an Airbnb for a month or us leasing or renting a property for 3 months.
Do we start buying furniture? We really had no idea at this point what life was going to hold. And we thought, you know what, it's the right thing to just be like, you know what, we ain't perfect and we got struggles. We got lost on a loop track. This is perhaps a little bit embarrassing.
Emergency.
I think we might have gone the wrong way completely. We did not need that footage. We could have edited that out.
Yeah, but that was funny though, wasn't it?
Come on, that is travel.
That's us.
That is the transparency of YouTube that I mentioned at the start that often isn't actually shown, and I think it's fascinating seeing the other side of stuff as well. It's just so hard to know what the right thing to do is at the moment. Everything is just so unpredictable. We're sitting here. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock. What time do you think that we actually sat down and started thinking about? And this is today only.
I haven't done any work today.
No.
I woke up this morning and I was like, we need to figure this out today. It was on my list, told my list of things to do, and it's 2 o'clock and we still haven't made a decision because we just keep going around and around.
So long now. I know everybody's in this situation where no one knows what's happening in the world.
we're looking at something kind of average, to be honest, for $3,000 for 1 month.
It's hard scrolling through our cost of living videos, or we're just looking at my sort of spreadsheet that I've had running for some time about the average sort of pricing that we've been spending in other countries. So Playa del Carmen was our most expensive, and that was 2,200. This is all New Zealand dollars, but I'll put the conversions on the screen.
And that was like absolute luxury.
That was a great place. Macedonia, we spent 1,700 New Zealand dollars. Kuala Lumpur was 1,600. Vietnam was 470. Thailand, Thailand the first time. Oh no, that might be US actually.
That's got to be US.
It's like $700 from me. It was 700. I mean, but in saying that, we got to keep positive as well, because we're lucky to be in this country that has done such a good job, and we're proud and we love New Zealand. Are we ready to just book something?
Yeah, just like start somewhere.
There's no way that we can think, like, we're starting to wonder, what about 3 months' time? Well, maybe thinking, who knows in 3 months' time?
You've got your house.
It's got tenants
in it, and we can't kick them out at a time like this.
They've got their own struggles, no doubt.
So we're like living at our parents' house, which we're just too old for. You know, like,
it's just 5 minutes of us just going around in circles like you're a straw.
Ugh.
So the cool news is we're no longer lost.
Yay!
And we've got some cool stuff coming up.
Yeah, so we have a direction now, and we decided against spending the $3,000 on an Airbnb plus another
Whatever
grand
living
on
costs.
Yeah, more than that. And we decided to spend that money on travel and adventures within New Zealand instead.
Yeah. So the first thing is, today's the 7th. I think this video is going to be live on the 10th, and the 10th of June is a pretty special day, because that's Stacey's birthday.
Feel free to leave me all the birthday love, all the birthday messages, all the birthday comments. Nice ones only, thank you.
Although if you're in the US, you're probably a day behind, but let's not get into the logistics. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go away for Stacey's birthday. We won't go into too much. Kind of glamping, kind of not, kind of out in the wilderness. And then we're going to go and spend some time in a really awesome beach spot known as Mount Maunganui.
In the Bay of Plenty.
In the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand, which is such a cool spot. There's heaps of stuff to do there as well. That's just like a getaway. That was our interim. But the big thing that we're doing, and you go. The big exciting news anyway.
We have booked in a massive 7.2 metre campervan. It's like a house on wheels for 5 weeks. And we are going to be exploring the whole of New Zealand. And it's going to be in the winter.
I moved it.
What?
I was going to show everybody the paper that we've been working on.
Anyway, we're going on a 5-week campervan trip.
This is something that we have always wanted to do. Before we met, since we've met and we've planned and talked about, and it's the sort of thing that we've never spent much time focusing on New Zealand, but now we get the chance to, and that's the positive attitude we're bringing into this whole unfortunate situation, that we get the chance to focus on our own country.
And also, we feel kind of good about it because it means that we get to support some local businesses as well.
Definitely.
And promote tourism, and that feels good.
So 5 weeks, 36.
It's a long time in the dead of winter.
36 nights in the dead of winter, and we haven't had a winter in very, very long time.
We're gonna freeze.
But so excited.
Also, we have no idea about anything campervan related.
No.
We don't know, like grey water, power. We're going to learn everything as we go.
All of the systems and what's involved with the batteries and everything. We've done research on it, and I'm assuming we'll get some kind of a breakdown to kind of understand, or somebody will be like, this is how you do this. And
we'll figure it out.
Once we learn that, we can share all that, because campervanning just looks so much fun. There's a lot of freedom camping in New Zealand that you can do, but because we're in a 7.2 metre bad boy called Aston, we named him.
Aston is his name.
We'll explain that a bit later on as to why. Because Aston's so big and we've got power and there's microwaves, stoves.
There's a whole kitchen.
Kitchen, speakers.
It's a full berth as well.
So we will probably go to campsites where we can plug in. And I don't know. I'm
really excited.
I think it's so cool. So that's the big news. That's what's coming up more long term, and I
that's
think
kind of everything.
we've shared it now. So
this is awkwardly how it ends.
Yeah, again, this is the reality of filming videos and running out of notes and whatever things we
Don't
want to
forget
talk
to
about.
leave me a birthday message.
Yeah, other than that. See ya.
Bye.